Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Today we are finding the surface area of square pyramids. So, same thing like yesterday, we're going to label the net. So each one of these has to be 5. And then it's telling us all 4 of these triangles are congruent because we have a square. So our height here is 12. So that square surface area is 5 squared, right? So 25, which is 5 times 5. And then we have 1/2 the base times the height. So 1/2, this would be 6 times 5. So each of these would be 30. So we have 4 30s, which is 120, and we have a 25 for a total of 145 millimeters squared. Okay, same thing here. 8.5 is the end of the square, so 8.5 squared. Now you could do 8.5 times 8.5, and that equals 72.25. And then our height here, oh my goodness, you guys, that's not right. They did not. Our square is 11 by 11. Our height here is 8.5. So with that being said, let's clear that. Our surface area of our square is 11 by 11, which is 121. Quick fix. And then we have our 1/2 the base times the height. So 1/2 times 11, or 11 times 8.5 divided by 2. So each one of these is 46 3/4. Each one of these. So we have to multiply that by 4 because there are 4 of them. So we had 187 plus 121. So we had 308 feet squared for our surface area, okay? So now if we're labeling these nets, these should be way easier. We should have started with these square pyramids, because yesterday was just no fun. So 13, and all of these triangles are congruent, which means they're the same. So each of their surface area is going to be the same too. So our height here is 18. So here we have 13 times 13. So the surface area of our square is 169, and then we have 1/2 the base times the height, so 9 times 13, or 13 times 18 divided by 2. Each one of those is 117. This is a pretty big pyramid. So 117, each one of these is 117. So I would add that up. So I'm going to say times 3. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. I needed 4 of them. Times 4 plus the 169 gives me a total of 637, and it was inches squared. Okay, so these are nice with the squares, I feel like. Triangular pyramids, they're going to be a little bit different. So we won't be working a ton with triangular pyramids, but I will kind of show you how we would work through this. So this is the base right here, and it's telling you our height is 3.5, and each one of these is 4. So that gives us the base of each of those triangles. And our height, it's telling us, is 7. So you could definitely do this too, right? We have 1/2 the base times the height of our, so this is our base. And then there's just one of these, right? But there's 3 of the others. So 3 of the 1/2 of the base, which is 4, times the height, which is 7. So if I were doing this, I would say 4 times 3.5 divided by 2. So this would be 7. And here I would say 4 times 7 divided by 2, which is 14. But there are 3 of these, so I would say times 3. So times 3 of the triangles is 42. So I have 42 plus 7 is a total of 49 centimeters squared for our combined surface area. So if we were drawing this, we would draw the base triangle, which is telling you that they're all 6 sides. And the height is 5.2. And that would mean we have 3 of the same triangles with a base of 6 still, and these heights are actually 10.1. Do you see that? This is actually easier than Monday. Way easier, I think, as far as drawing nuts and figuring out where they all go. So we have 1/2 the base times the height. So we know how to put that in our calculator. And we have 1/2 the base times the height. Now, so this is really half of 6. So 3 times 5.2. 15 and 6/10, and then this is the same thing. 3 times 10.1 should be 30.3. So now there were 3 of these though, so we have to multiply that by 3 and add the last part to it. So we have a total of 106 and 5/10 yards squared for our surface area. All right, so see, sometimes when we start harder, things afterwards get easier. Hopefully these nets were a lot nicer than yesterday. Have a super day.